Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To the sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers that are out here risking our lives. And always commemorate the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. All right? I want to read a scripture real quick. I'm on the parkway. This is how much I love y'all. But I think I can get through a verse with no issues. I'm still got an eye on the road. Ecclesiasticus 11:10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. So why do I bring up that scripture? You know, you look at the state of Israel right now, you got a lot of Israelites on social media. And Israelites on social media are different from Israelites on YouTube. Believe it or not. Israelites on social media, we get involved in all the messy shit. Not involved per se, because we don't get involved. Fucking superstars like Remy and Papoose and shit. Like, that's what we get involved with. Like, that's what I mean by get involved. We talk about that shit like it matters to us. Stick to prophesying, nigga. Don't worry about people relationship. You're not in the relationship. You don't know who cheated on who. Like, I'm seeing people on social, even people that's not in the faith, especially them. But I see Israel get caught up in that bullshit. Just have to comment about shit that has nothing to do with you. We don't got nothing to do with that shit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Clarissa Shields and how ugly she is or isn't. You know, I had some bitch say, oh, these ugly men talk about how ugly, like, what does an ugly man have to do with an ugly woman? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get why a man who's ugly can't comment on how ugly. But I will say this. Why is anybody commenting? Who gives a fuck? That's another man, woman. But it's not that a man can't comment or a guy, I can't comment because I'm ugly. I'm a dude. You know, a man's beauty and a woman's beauty is different. That's what's wrong with this society, though. We make no separation between shit. You got women out here saying, look at me and look at you. Like, okay, and? I remember I saw a bitch that was fat talking about, look at me and look at you. Bitch, makeup had to be an extra 10 pounds of makeup. Not, of course, figuratively. Or you know, just exaggerating. But she had a lot of makeup on, and she was fat. And got the audacity to say, look at me and look at you. Yeah, look at me and look at you. She didn't say it to me. She said it to another person, but there was a dude that was trying to talk to her, and she was like, look at me and look at you. Like, you're undesirable. What the fuck's wrong with you? You look like a fucking wildebeest. You know, but back to the original point. You know, Remy, Papoose, Cassie, Diddy, all these people don't have nothing to do with us. They are not in our stratosphere. We're talking about higher things. Scriptures say, set your affection on the higher things. Things that are above. Not stupid fucking airhead athletes. You know, because that's another thing, too, going into athletes. You got a lot of athlete worship in Israel, too, man. You got a lot of niggas in here that are, like, okay, I'm a Giants fan. But I was watching the game with my friend, a close friend of mine who's also a Giants fan, but he's also a Knicks fan. And when I tell you, he was telling me how I'm not a Boston Celtics fan because I don't know who my sixth man is, or, you know, I don't know certain things about my team. Listen, bro, I'm a fan to the extent where this is the team that I root for. But to be quite honest with you, the way he was acting up over the Knicks when they were losing by 20 points, and then when they started winning, like, I don't have no football, basketball, baseball team has that much of a maybe I'm not a fan of any team, even the Giants, because it's only but so angry I'm gonna get. I don't listen. All these fucking teams are owned by damn near all Edomites. I couldn't listen. I would love to see my team in every sport do well, but it doesn't bother me because these people, I don't know these people. I don't know these people. I don't know none of these people. I don't know Russell Wilson personally. In fact, shit, my favorite rapper be probably dissing him all the fucking time. And I don't care. I don't even care about my favorite rapper. He's my favorite rapper because he make my favorite music. But do I know him? Do I care about personally what happens to him? I mean, I would like to see him alive and free to make music, but other than that, I don't personally care about him. It's we're grown. We're not celebrity lovers in this thing, man. You know, you like your music, you like the way somebody, like, you know, yesterday I ran into a friend who loves the Lox, and I was like, oh, he brought his daughter around me for the first time, you know, because he live in Atlanta, and I was like, oh, don't subject her to the Lox. His baby mother was like, oh, too late. I was like, you know, but these stars and artists, yeah, you know, they make the music you like to hear, you enjoy hearing. That's nothing more than that. I am not personally invested. I remember my ex when Takeoff died. Are you okay? I know you know Takeoff died. I'm like, I'm not emotionally invested in these people. When Young Thug was going through his trial, the only thing I cared about was his music. I don't care about him. I mean, I would love to see some of these stars convert in not the whack ones like Kodak Black, but like Future or Quavo or Offset. I would love, hey, if y'all realize y'all Israelites and want to live the life of an Israelite, I would love it. Just like anybody else, just like anybody. You want to be a practicing Israelite? Welcome to the family. But we're not emotionally invested in people. Like yeah. Going back to what's his name? I don't want to mention his name to give him free publicity. But Mr. Pagan Worship, he has this whole cult of personality. I gotta be honest, man. I was never part of his cult of personality. I just thought that he was doing a good thing, and sometimes he was fucking up. There were things that he did that I didn't like, but me, I'm the last one to give up on anybody. I'm usually very forgiving, and hey, you know what, the brother could apologize for that. Now, after a while, you realize, yeah, he is off. There's no way that this man gonna tell me he's a man of the Lord. But I see how many people still follow him. I'm like, y'all niggas are brainwashed. I'm sorry, if you're part of that congregation, you're brainwashed. And there's nothing really I can say to you. Nothing really I can say to you. Y'all niggas is gone. And it just kind of is what it is, you know? You have people out here that are a cult of personality. Meaning that they just have a following because people think that they're the greatest thing in the world. No. Let's not have a cult of personality in Israel. Let's have salvation and follow those that are leading us to salvation, not to damnation. All this man worship shit, and we have that. We have that. Just the other day, there was a fucking concert in, I think it was MetLife. I don't know if they also had a concert in Prudential Center, but definitely MetLife. Beyonce. She has what's called the Beehive. You have too many cults of personality in Israel. Like, you got Israelites that are fucking part of the Beehive. You gotta realize these people are leading you to damnation. You might say, "Oh well, no, I'm still an Israelite," but you know, but you are actually a Beehive member. No self-respecting woman should be a Beehive member. Because if you're part of the Beehive, that means you are cool with everything she's cool with. Because you're part of that cult of personality. So all the man-hating girls run the world songs and all the man ain't shit songs and you're irreplaceable and to the left, you're with that shit. See, that's the difference between a fan of a person and a fan of art. I'm a fan of art. That's why I listen, like I said, my favorite rapper is Future. My favorite rappers are Eazy-E, Future, Jeezy, Juicy J, and Project Pat. Those are my top 5. I'll tell anybody that's my top 5. You know, maybe with an album or two, maybe Young Thug will replace Jeezy, but for the most part, that's my top 5, dead or alive. If I'm listening to hip hop, at least 75% of the time I'm listening to them. But I love their music. I just realized that these men have a propensity to make great music. Not that, oh my gosh, I worship Eazy-E. You got niggas out here that really seem to worship Eazy-E, man. A cult of personality. That man's been dead for probably close to 30 years. Man would have been 60-something years old right now. He wouldn't have been making music. Not at 60 years old. But we have such a cult of personality. We look at these artists like, oh my gosh, they're my hero. Like, no, they make great fucking music. Stay out of their personal business. If you are Israelite, if you are believing Israelite, you need to be in the business of the scriptures and not be in the business of Remy and Papoose. If you are a believing Israelite, stay the fuck out of Cassie. The whole argument, whether Cassie enjoyed it or whether she was a lost soul being taken advantage of by a evil man, I don't care. Her music sucks. That's all I care about with these artists is their music. I don't personally invest into nothing that they do. I found out Frank Ocean was a damn sodomite, and this was around the time that I didn't really listen to his music. When I actually listened to his music, I was like, yo, this fucking Fruit Basket can make music though. I found out my favorite fucking R&B singer is a sodomite now. August Alsina, he's a fucking Fruit Basket now. But you know what? I'm not invested in August Alsina. I just say, hey, his music's fire, got a great singing voice, you know, but I just have to mentally make a note when I'm singing along with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this song was probably written to a man. I'm just going to mentally picture a woman. That's it. I don't give a fuck. I didn't cry when this nigga came out the closet or whatever the hell that was. I wasn't sad. I mean, shit, the nigga was weird before that. I would have told you he's probably going to be a sodomite. He probably already been a sodomite. I don't know what goes on in Hollywood. Y'all need to stop being personally and emotionally invested with what goes on with these fucking artists. Just do the work, man. Do the work. Teach the people to not follow these artists. And that's it. A lot of y'all are way too, oh my gosh, this is Remy and Papoose. Like, who give a fuck? I don't know who cheated. I can only go with Remy and Papoose what I've seen. I've seen this man do the gesture of bowing down to that woman on stage. I was there when she performed that show that they said that she forgot her lyrics for Sheether. I was there at that show. Papoose came out and rapped a little bit and then did the whole "we're not worthy" shit. So what I do know is that nigga worshiped that bitch. So I don't care what nobody say. Like, it's of no interest. You know, that man, that woman, their personal business is their personal business. What I can tell you that I've seen, and I'm not, and I didn't go looking. I just happened to be at a show. They were headliner at some fucking shit. It was a package deal. You know what I'm saying? But nobody gives a fuck though. Like, these people, these artists are just people. They're not my people. Like, I don't know them. Y'all are sitting here fucking. I know a bitch that I used to work with that, I don't know if she still do it, but she had a video where she sang "Happy Birthday" to Beyonce. I'm 90% certain Beyonce does not know what this bitch looked like. Because if Beyonce did, she'd be like, oh my gosh, a fucking dragon. Bitch literally looks like a dragon. Looks like singing "Happy Birthday" to Beyonce. These artists don't give a fuck about us. Why you give a fuck about them? Why does anybody not in Papoose circle care about what Papoose is doing? None of it matters. None of it matters. We sit here giving importance to something that has no importance. We are Israelites. We're dealing with the most important knowledge and information on the planet, and y'all sitting here worried about fucking corny ass fucking artists. As far as I'm concerned, Papoose is a cornball. He had his run. I was a fan at one point, to a degree, of his music, not him. Because that's the problem. A lot of y'all become fans of people and not fans of art. Listen, art, in my case, hip-hop and R&B and dancehall and even some rock, we could talk about all day. People and who's playing the pipe to who and none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And you shouldn't either. Enjoy the music, enjoy the movies, enjoy whatever art you enjoy without getting emotionally invested in who's the people. Because Kevin Spacey, as brilliant as he was in the movie Negotiator, he's a fucking mortal man. He did some sick shit. I'm not emotionally invested in him though, so I could still watch Negotiator with no problem. I can still watch The Negotiator with no problem. A lot of y'all can't, especially cancel culture. Oh no, I can't watch him because I just thinking about what he was doing to kids at that time. Listen, yes, that's horrible. That's not gonna make me stop watching a fucking movie. Like, if you get that disgusted then you going into it with the wrong mentality. I cannot get so disgusted with an artist that I can't listen to his music or her music, because I'm already going into it understanding that they're in that world, that it's always a possibility that they're doing something strange for a little bit of change. So why would I be worried when I find confirmation that this artist is a sodomite or this artist is a ped? You know what I'm saying? Okay, now I know that they're what I always thought they might be. Same thing with R. Kelly. You think I'm not gonna bump I Believe I Could Fly? Let's get out of these cults of personality, right? And start truly worshiping Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And stop worrying about who's sleeping with who and all that dumb shit. Because it's of no value. You're meddling with many matters. See, if I have the brain capacity to deal with 10 things, one of those 10 things better not be who is laying the pipe to who. If you have as human beings, your attention span can only be but so expanded before now things that don't matter start taking precedence over things that matter. So with that, I think I made the point. I'm going to say shalom.